In 1872, the Mary Celeste was found adrift with no signs of foul play or natural disaster, but all crew members were gone. The Mary Celeste set sail from New York to Genoa on the 7th of November 1872, with a crew of 7 on board. On the 5th of December 1872, the Mary Celeste was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean with no signs of damage or struggle. All personal belongings, including valuables, were still intact, suggesting no robbery or pirate attack occurred. The only signs of anything amiss were a disarrayed life raft and a few scratches on the ship's rail. Theories have ranged from mutiny to sea monsters, but no definitive explanation for the crew's disappearance has been proven. The Mary Celeste's mystery has endured for over 140 years, remaining one of the greatest maritime enigmas in history. Did you know that Samsung phones have secret codes, like *#0* number, that can be accessed using lot numbers? Samsung phones have secret codes, like *#0* number, that unlock hidden features and testing menus. These secret codes are entered using the phone's dialer, just like a phone number. The *#0* number code, also known as the test menu, allows users to test hardware and sensors. Another useful code is *06 number, which displays the phone's IMEI number and other device info. Some secret codes vary depending on the Samsung phone model and Android version used. Using these secret codes can help troubleshoot issues or discover new features on your Samsung phone. We celebrate Wilt Chamberlain's unprecedented dominance, including his 4 NBA MVP awards and 100-point game. Wilt Chamberlain was the first NBA player to win 4 Most Valuable Player awards in a row from 1966 to 1969. Chamberlain's 1961 to 1962 season remains the highest scoring in NBA history, with an average of 50.4 points per game. On the 2nd of March, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a single game, a record that still stands today. Chamberlain was a dominant rebounder, holding the top 4 single-season rebounding averages in NBA history. In his 1966 to 1967 season, Chamberlain led the Philadelphia 76ers to a 68-13 record, the best in NBA history at the time. Wilt Chamberlain was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1979, just 5 years after he learned how to solve complex equations using an analog computer, demonstrated with a simple example from electronics. Analog computers use continuous signals to solve equations, unlike digital computers that use discrete values. The first analog computers were developed in the 19th century to calculate artillery firing tables. Analog computers are particularly useful for solving differential equations, which describe complex systems. In electronics, analog computers can be used to design and optimize filters, amplifiers, and oscillators. Analog computers can solve equations much faster than digital computers for certain types of problems. The simplicity of analog computers makes them an accessible tool for students and hobbyists to learn from. Analyze the effectiveness of the Halo device in Formula One with data from the 2018 Italian Grand Prix, where it potentially saved Charles Leclerc from a serious injury. The Halo device was introduced in Formula One in 2018 to improve driver safety. At the 2018 Italian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc's car was hit by Max Verstappen's wheel. The impact was equivalent to 51 g of force, which would have been fatal without Halo. Halo withstood the impact, deflecting Verstappen's wheel and potentially saving Leclerc's life. The device absorbed and redirected 44% of the impact's energy, according to FIA data. The successful protection of Leclerc validated Halo's design and cemented its place in F1. Explore the fascinating story of the Sultanate of Zanzibar, which lasted only 1 year and 38 days in 1896, making it one of the shortest-lived nations in history. The Sultanate of Zanzibar was a short-lived nation that existed from the 25th of August 1896 to the 2nd of September 1896. Zanzibar was a strategic archipelago located off the coast of Tanzania, controlling the Indian Ocean trade routes. The British Empire was concerned about German expansion in East Africa and sought to annex Zanzibar to secure its interests. Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini was forced to abdicate after just 38 days, and the British installed a new ruler, Khalid bin Bargash. The Anglo-Zanzibar War, also known as the shortest war in history, lasted only 38 minutes, making it the briefest conflict ever recorded. Get ready to geek out over the most amazing lab tools, from cryogenic freezers to atomic force microscopes, that are changing the face of scientific research. Cryogenic freezers can store samples at temperatures as low as -196 degrees Celsius, preserving delicate biological materials. Atomic force microscopes can visualize objects as small as individual atoms, just 0.1 nanometers in size. Scanning electron microscopes can magnify objects up to 300,000 times, revealing intricate surface details. Mass spectrometers can identify the chemical composition of a sample in a matter of seconds, accelerating research. Nanopipettes can manipulate individual cells and even inject genetic material with precision. Robotics-based lab automation systems can process hundreds of samples per day, freeing up scientists. Join me as I explore how nuclear meltdowns are portrayed in popular video games like Fallout, STALKER, and Chernobyl, Untold Stories, and how they compare to real-life events. The first video game to feature a nuclear meltdown was 1985's Wasteland, a post-apocalyptic RPG. Fallout's Vault-Tec vaults were inspired by real-life Cold War-era underground bunkers. STALKER, Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, is based on the real-life 1986 disaster, with similar geography and landmarks. Chernobyl, Untold Stories is the only game to consult with real-life Chernobyl cleanup workers for authenticity. Nuclear meltdowns in games often exaggerate radiation effects for gameplay purposes, unlike real-life events. Investigate the Mapimi Silent Zone in Mexico, a region where radio signals and communications are mysteriously disrupted. The Mapimi Silent Zone, also known as the Zone of Silence, is a region in Mexico's Durango state. This area is roughly circular, spanning about 50 kilometers in diameter, and is eerily quiet. Radio signals, including TV broadcasts, cell phones, and even military communications, are mysteriously disrupted within the zone. The zone's unusual properties were first discovered in the 1930s, but the cause remains unknown to this day. Some theories suggest that the zone's unique geology, including a high concentration of magnetite, might be responsible for the disruptions. Reliving the epic quarterback rivalry of the 2000s, featuring their head-to-head matchups, Super Bowl victories, and NFL records. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning faced off 17 times in the regular season and playoffs. Their head-to-head matchups were decided by an average margin of just 4.5 points. Tom Brady won 6 Super Bowls, while Peyton Manning won 2 during their playing careers. Peyton Manning holds the record for most career passing yards with 71,940. Tom Brady holds the record for most postseason touchdown passes with 83. Their rivalry spanned over 15 years, from 2000 to 2015, shaping the NFL landscape.